Welcome back. As we wrap up this year's New York Fashion Week, we're reminiscing about all of the styles and designs we've seen from established designers, but we also want to highlight some of our favorite emerging designers here in the Bronx. Here to tell us more about his brand, Border of Scarcity, is founder and head designer Christopher Lendof. Christopher, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
So I said Border of Scarcity. It is Border of Scarcity.
Yeah.
But regardless, to start off, tell us about how Border of Scarcity came about.
So, it was a group of friends. We wanted to start a clothing line for a minute. I took the initiative. I actually started it. Everybody else fell back, so it was cool. Um, it was supposed to be Scarcity, and then I went down a rabbit hole on TikTok, and I was like, border of, and then Scarcity. Made it go all together, so I just ran with it, and that's pretty much it.
TikTok's gonna get you, let me tell you. But tell me also a little bit about the inspiration behind the name, behind the brand, behind the designs. We're gonna get deeper into that into the interview, but give us kind of an overview of that inspiration.
So being from New York, only the strong survive here, so the city gonna leave you scarred, so that's a little play on words, scarcity. From there, it was just like, I got a border of and all that, so I just ran with it. And then took the BOS, made a logo, and just started creating clothes.
That's how you do it. So tell me a little bit about the brand's mission overall.
Just to motivate the youth for real, because we all come from the same place. Like, if you're from New York, we all come from the same place. So you having that on your chest, like, yeah, border scarcity, like, I'm from here, like, I could rock this, like, feel me? So just motivating the youth to just get out of the scarcity that we're in, for real. Because everybody come from here, so it's real tough.
Yeah. And so, you mentioned wearing it on your chest. So are those ways that you showcase the mission throughout your pieces?
Pretty much. I want my name on the border, like border scarcity, to be all over. Like, you can read it well enough to know where it's from.
Yeah.
I want the logo to be recognized too. So that's definitely like one of the missions. Like, yeah, I want you to know where it's from. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. So also, you just mentioned kind of Border of Scarcity. What prompted the name? You fell down a rabbit hole.
yeah.
But can you tell me also maybe personally, what does that mean to you, maybe to your clientele, to the people you work with?
Personally, it was like I wanted to make something different. I wanted to make something unique. I didn't want to go down the same path as other brands. But then again, that's what's trending now. So you gotta just take the trend, put your 5 cents into it, make it yours, and just keep going with the flow. Fashion's gonna change regardless. So it was just like, you gotta change it, make it me, stand out, and then go from there.
I like the idea that you brought up about trends, because when I spoke to a few designers during Fashion Week, some of them are for trends, some of them are against them, and they're like, designers, we make the trends. So tell me a little bit about your thoughts on trends and almost having to curate your collection to fit into that box. Is that something that you're into, maybe following trends, maybe halfway, maybe not at all?
So, I mean, I'm on trends, because everything changes. Fashion's gonna change literally every week. So it's like, if you go against that grain, not everybody's gonna see it, not everybody's gonna enjoy it.
Right.
So if you hop on the trend real quick, it ain't gonna hurt your brand. It's probably gonna make it better. But also, like I said before, if you take that 5 cents, put it into the trend, make it unique, you're making your own trend from there. So it just keep flowing regardless.
I like that. I like that way of thinking. And so speaking of, you had your debut collection drop so far, where you released shorts and trucker hats, which honestly makes the most sense because it was summer. But tell me a little bit about those pieces, those designs, and did you have more designs in mind for an initial release? And if so, why did you go with those?
My first idea was to make beanies, but we were in the summer, so I was like, I gotta make a hat that people could wear. So I went with the shorts, I went with the trucker hats. The design, I literally learned off TikTok. TikTok is, you could become a doctor off TikTok.
Don't tell them that.
So I learned how to use Procreate, which is an app on my iPad, played around with it, made a bunch of swirls, put it on a mock-up. I thought it was cool. So I was like, this could probably sell. Like, so I
Yeah.
put a whole bunch of contrast colors, colors that really pop, match, and I ran with it from there.
And so, I mean, I've kind of seen the feedback on Instagram. I see, things get shared between friends and all that. But tell me a little bit about the feedback from customers. What has that been like?
Honestly, that's my biggest, like, I gotta make sure that's top,
Yeah.
because the thing about it, since trends change and stuff, if I gotta make sure that my customers come back to me. So I'm gonna make sure as long as possible that I'm gonna feed them good stuff. And then it was like, I just gotta keep making sure they're good. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and I mean, as you mentioned to me, you're working on your fall release, which we do
Yeah.
have some photos of some mock-ups. But what can we expect, and can one of those things be beanies?
Yeah, they're definitely gonna be beanies. I got a 4-pack of beanies. I'm doing gray on gray, light gray. Doing like a royal blue with a light blue, like contrast colors. I want you to see that border of scarcity, like I said before. Doing pink. I know the pink one's gonna go crazy. Doing black with like off-white. Essential colors that you could just, and then in the wintertime, everybody's gonna wear dark colors.
Yeah.
With those light beanies, with those popping colors, it's gonna go crazy.
He said, I want you to see the brand. He said, you're going to see this brand no matter
You're
what.
gonna know where it's coming from.
But I also saw some of the mock-ups of your shirts that you have releasing soon. Tell me a little bit about the design behind that.
So what happened was, I saw the shirt, and then I was like, let me make something cool out of it. Like, let me see, cause I've seen a lot, like the trends again. They come and go. It's like the graphic tee, the all over size. So I was like, I'ma just run with an idea, brainstormed. I was like, let's take a trip. And there's a show on the back of the tee. In the front of the tee, got a graphic design. Pink. I'm a fan of pink.
So am I.
So it was like those colors pop. I was like, ran with it.
That's awesome. Do you have a release date in mind?
As of right now, I'm gonna do pre-order,
Okay.
but I'm not sure. I'm not set on a release date. I just want it as quick as possible. Like, I want to get it out as quick as possible. So I'm maybe mid-October.
Listen, it's getting cold. Like, we need those drops. But, we are wrapping up soon. So just tell me a little bit about looking toward the future. What are some hopes for Border of Scarcity, and what can we watch out for?
More beautiful pieces, because I see it as pieces. I see it as art.
Yeah.
Hopefully, a couple years from now, I'm on the Fear of God, Essentials, Adidas, Nike, that type of level. But only future will tell. But I'm gonna keep working hard on it, keep bringing out clothes, keep bringing out pieces, like I said, and from there, the sky's the limit.
Well, we are so excited to continue watching your journey. So, Christopher, thank you so much for joining us.
No problem.